안녕하세요. My name is Nima, and this video is for the Princeton Review. I hope that after this video and after I answer these questions that you understand me a little bit better as a candidate and see how truly valuable of an asset that I am. So the first question that I would like to discuss in these two lectures is, what do I do when I first arrive at the office? Now, a great employee is going to prioritize correctly, and that's what this diagram represents. The central pod is the top priority, and all of these satellite pods are secondary priorities, taken in no particular order. Now, central to this diagram is urgent communication, because this is the top priority when I first arrive at the office. Urgent communication could take a few different forms. It could be emails from the night before, from overseas clients that need direct attention. It could be a memo from the company, or even sticky notes on my computer. Any kind of communication with me from the night before that I haven't attended to needs my immediate attention. And that would be my top priority when I first get to the office. Now, one of these satellite pods that I'm going to take next is a very simple one but important, which is a simple good morning to those around me. I want to start the day off on the right foot. I want to have a positive headspace. I want to be optimistic and energetic. And the simplest way that I can purvey that to those around me and to reinforce that in myself is a simple good morning, and mean it with a positive attitude. Going right along with that satellite pod is interpersonal engagement. Now, what does this mean? I mean, it can be something simple. It can be asking those around me if I can go to the cafeteria to get them coffee, or if they'd like to join me to go get coffee so that I can hear about their previous day and things that are important to them. Interpersonal engagement is so important because I'm a part of a community at work. I'm not an isolated individual. I am an important component of a larger machine. And to oil that machine, I genuinely need to build positive relationships with those around me. The next pod that I'd like to talk about is offering assistance. And this is important because I don't know whether my supervisor could use my help that day. I don't know how my colleagues are doing. Maybe they could use some of my support. It's very important that I let those around me that I work with know that I'm there to help them, that I'm there to support what they do. And in turn, I'm grateful for the support and the help that they provide me. The next pod that I'd like to talk about is setting daily goals. In order for me to be the most valuable asset to the company I possibly can be, I need to have goals that I set and accomplish daily. These goals set the tone for my time at work. And if I'm going to learn and grow and continuously be more valuable as an employee, setting goals and achieving them is an important part of that. Now, the last pod for this lesson that I'd like to discuss is excellence. What do I mean by excellence? I mean excellence in every facet of what I do. Not just doing the baseline of what's expected of me, but going above and beyond, whether it be for my supervisor, whether it be for my clients, whether it be for my colleagues. Not just to do the basic of what is expected of me, but to always go above and beyond that basic expectation. That's really achieving excellence. So it for the first lesson. Let's move to the second question. So the second question I'd like to discuss for this interview is, please describe my workplace. Now, for this diagram, everything is a secondary component to this primary pod, which is job satisfaction. Job satisfaction affects and is affected by all of these pods. Now, the first of these secondary pods that have to do with job satisfaction that I'd like to discuss is the location of the office. Being on the 17th floor, having a beautiful view that overlooks the city, it reinforces that what I do for the company is important, and they appreciate that. And it helps to motivate me to continue to work hard when the location of my office directly reflects that appreciation. The second pod that I'd like to discuss with this question is the newly renovated gym. When I give 100% of my mental effort to lessons that I'm teaching and activities that I'm engaging in the first half of the day, it shows that my employer really cares about my mental health when there's a gym that I can work out in on my lunch hour to stimulate mental activity to help me get through that second part of the day. That kind of understanding shown by an employer helps my job satisfaction, helps me stay motivated to continue to do great work, to continue to achieve excellence. The next pod that I'd like to discuss that is related to job satisfaction is the breakfast, the free breakfast that I get when I first walk through the door. I don't have to worry about grabbing food on the go on the way into work. I can get up, I can get dressed, and I can go directly to work, knowing that my employer cares enough that they will provide the sustenance that I need for the beginning of my day. Not only that, but snacks throughout the day as well, so that I can maintain focus on what's important. I don't have to worry about grabbing a snack throughout the day and taking away from preparation for a lesson plan or some other important activity that I would get distracted from. Having those snacks available, having that breakfast available in the morning, it helps me do my job well. It shows that my employer has understanding of what I go through on a daily basis. The next satellite pod that I'd like to discuss is having a stocked office, always having the materials that I need to be successful. If I'm worried about getting the raw materials that I need to create lesson plans and to really excel at my job, that takes away from what my job really is. And having that raw material, having those basic components always available, always having a fully stocked office with the supplies that I need, again, that helps me focus on what I need to do to be a great employee. The last satellite pod that I'd like to discuss is getting a fair wage. Talk about going above and beyond. Not only do I feel like I get a fair wage for what I do, not only does that contribute to job satisfaction, but my employer goes above and beyond. They provide me housing. They understand the transition from America to Seoul is a difficult one. And because of that understanding, they provide the housing budget. They meet me halfway on health insurance. They pay 50%. They do severance pay. These little things mean something because they show that you go above and beyond as an employer, and I need to go above and beyond as an employee. So I hope that this video allows you to get to know me a little bit better. Again, my name is Nima, and Young Higaseo. Thank you for your time.